It's a home game away from home today as Thursday's Storm had other plans, but today from West Hartford, Connecticut and the University of St. Joseph, Keene State College hosts Western Connecticut State in an LEC doubleheader. Hello everyone and welcome to Owls Baseball. I'm Ryan Goodwin, joined by Ryan Hearn. It's been a few days since Keene was in action as weather postponed their game at Western New England on Wednesday. However, the Owls have won 3 straight, coming off a victory over Fitchburg State at home on Tuesday. They won in that game 7-4, getting some timely hits late with 2 out from Shea Zena and Alec Verano, both doubles in the 6th and 7th. The bullpen was also key in locking down the win as it provided 4 scoreless innings between Sean Brennan, George Young, and Troy Brennan. Today, the team will face a different challenge, though, as they play their second LEC matchup of the season against Western Connecticut. They went 1-1 against Rhode Island in that first LEC matchup. The Wolves are an interesting lineup. They have multiple players batting over 300, but have struggled with pitching so far. Their team ERA is at .563 entering today. They'll look to get that down against an offense at Keene State that is swinging it better lately. We'll take a quick break, but it begins in a few minutes. Keene State hosting the Wolves next on the Owls Media Network.
Proportion to me is the lived experience of our Division III student athletes. They balance life from an academic perspective and the rigors of competing at a high level, bonding with teammates and building lifelong friendships. But they also are involved in their communities. They work jobs and internships and volunteer. They've learned to be resilient. Diverse experiences are setting them up for the future.
Passion's love. Passion is love for what you do. Because I think when you face challenges, it comes down to how much you want it and how much you love it. Passion is what keeps you going forward. Seeing so many people that were like-minded and so hardworking in their sport and academics, being surrounded by like-minded people makes you want to be more passionate. I think it pushes you to a different level that maybe you didn't think you had. And you can do the best of both worlds and love all of it.
A good citizen is someone who wants to make a positive impact, both in their communities and in the world around them. The division.
Back here now, this is how Western Connecticut lines up for Game 1 against Shea Zena. Leading off for the Wolves will be Jesse Dunn. He's at second base, followed by Peter Caniglio in right field. Nicholas Muller is the catcher. He bats third. Stanley Roman batting cleanup at third base. Spencer Barnett bats fifth. He's the DH. Thomas Keogh gets the start at first base. He bats sixth. Luke Dawson in left field. He bats seventh. Brian Burkle is at short. He bats eighth. And lining it out for the Wolves, it's Jason Hanna. He plays center, batting ninth. Umpires for today's game, Eric Goldstein will have home plate. Carl Rodriguez will be on the bases. And on the mound for Keene, as we mentioned, it's Shea Zena in Game 1. And Ryan, what do you have on Shea?
Well, Shea last year pitched mostly out of the bullpen, but he's transitioning into a starting role. And his last outing against the University of Hartford on March 30th, 5 innings of 1-run ball. So the Owls are really looking to him to get this day off to a good start.
Yeah, definitely looking for that out of Zena. He started quite a few games. As we saw him on Tuesday back in Keene, he was in left field. But looking for a good outing today against the Western Connecticut team that has struggled early on. They're 0-2 in the LEC, but obviously haven't played many games, so we'll see how things round out. They're also 3-10 on the regular season. Keene coming in at 9-12, winners of 3 straight. We'll see what happens here from Game 1 in Hartford. Game 2 will be played shortly after, probably about a 30 to 45 minute break in between contests. Keene looking to ride that momentum here. We saw freshman Lucas Rogers got the start behind the dish, but today back in LEC play, it is Evan Cowley getting the start for Keene, and stepping in now, here is Jesse Dunn. We're ready to get going in Game 1. Zena ready to throw the first pitch. From the belt, the pitch is, I guess, a little high for ball one, and we are underway. From the University of St. Joseph in Hartford, West Hartford, Connecticut. Beautiful campus here. This is again ball two.
I'm not sure the Owls expected to be back here, but here they are.
No, yeah. Yeah, they were here, you're right, earlier this season, before they're back in March. That one up high, ball three, and Zena is in danger of walking the leadoff man.
Third trip to the Hartford area.
Yeah. The 3-0. That one will find the plate, says Goldstein, and it's 3-1. Owls played Western Connecticut last year on the road. That one fouled away. And that was part of the skid that ended out the season. That was over in Danbury. Zena has battled back. Here's the full count pitch. Misses high, ball four, and Dunn is aboard to lead off the visitor half of the first for the Wolves. This game officially, both these games officially neutral site games for the Owls, but they are playing, of course, as the home team. Now here's Peter Coniglio in right field. Dunn being held at first, and Zena fires in strike one. Of course, this afternoon we get the more conventional behind the plate view, as they'll tend to leave a ball that found its way over into left field. Hamilton Barnes goes over and grabs it. So a brief delay, but we're back for the 0-1, coming up to Peter Coniglio, right fielder. Eaton holding Dunn at first. He got on via ball four. That's in for strike two. Zena looking for his first punch out of the afternoon. And it's weakly hit to first. Eaton's going to take it, and he will tag out Coniglio for the first out. Down to second goes Dunn, as not hit nearly hard enough to turn two. So they'll get the second runner. Now here's the catcher, Nicholas Muller, behind the dish today for the Western Connecticut Wolves. There's an overcast day here in West Hartford, also pretty windy as well.
That's fair to say.
Yeah. Feels like it's been a wind tunnel here early on, but sun trying to peek through a little bit, so hopefully, as it does now, we'll see more of it as the day goes on. Dunn gets his lead at second. A 1-0. On the ground to short. Throw to first is in time from Follett for out number two. Otis Follett at short. So the 6-3 put out for out number two. Down to third goes Dunn. And the Owls will try to hold him there as the third baseman cleanup hitter Stanley Roman stands in. Zena looking to strand that leadoff base runner at third. That one is low and away. Ball one, as Roman did not offer. Zena just low on that one, ball 2.
You know, one of the things when the Owls have played better that they've done is they get their starters deeper into the game, put up zeros early, and they get flowing. Where they've run into troubles when they've fallen behind early. And
Yeah. That's very key for any team to save your bullpen as much as possible, certainly.
especially in these long conference doubleheader days, 2 9-inning games.
Yeah, there's going to be a lot of baseball played today, 18 innings in total. Of course, we have 2 full 9-inning games. And it looked like he might have offered. They'll appeal, though. He did not, according to Rodriguez on the bases. So good hitters count here for Roman. It'll be a 3-1 coming from Zena. There it is. Is chopped softly to third. McHugh has to charge. He's going to have no play, though, as a run comes in. So it'll be a weak RBI single for Stanley Roman. Scoring from third is done. And it's 1-0 Wolves in the first inning. Nice piece of timely hitting there from Roman. Not hard contact, but he had enough speed, certainly, to get to first, beat that throw. There's the DH, Spencer Barnett. And Barnett goes after the first pitch, pops it up. Over is Verano at second, and nobody's going to get to it. It drops in foul ground. Also converging on it was Ethan Reyna in right. Neither came down with it, though, but luckily it fell in foul territory, so that is just strike one. The wind might have carried that ball a bit into foul ground in right. Can't tell exactly what direction it's blowing in, but looks like it's going somewhat left to right. 0-1. Another chopper foul. Coach Flood will go out to get it. Roman at first, a run in. Here's the 0-2 to Barnett. Roman goes, and it's not going to matter anyway, as that is strike 3. So Zena records a punch out, but the Wolves do get a run across in the first. Home half coming up. Keene State down 1-0 on the Owls Media Network.
The road to national championships runs through NCAA.com. And whether you follow one college team or all of them, it's never been easier to get the content you want all in one place. With live broadcasts of multiple championships across all divisions, with exclusive access.
This is your ticket to the NCAA tournament.
And highlights for every single championship. Stay in the game all season long with NCAA.com, the home of college sports.
Welcome to Hurt Skirt or Just Hurt. Our first contestant is suffering from knee pain from a recent running incident. What do we think, audience? Hurt Skirt or Just Hurt? Why not try Hurt Skirt? Make your recovery hassle-free with Hurt Skirt, a patent-pending, stretch-to-fit, hot-cold therapeutic sleeve, proven to stay cold longer and still remain completely mobile. Drop the ice, skirt the hurt.
First thing Bruce felt was quality, the consistency, knowing that when I take them out, they're going to do the same every time. And the second was to be able to see kids all over the country wearing the gloves that I designed. That's one of the coolest parts of this.
All right, we're back here in the home half of the first. Let's get a look at Keene State in game one, their lineup. Leading off, Tommy Ehlers, he's in center field. Brendan Eaton bats second at first. Jonathan Chatfield once again starts at DH, he bats third. Otis Follett at short in the cleanup spot. Hamilton Barnes in left field batting fifth. Ethan Reyna in right field today, he bats 6th. Alex Verano at 2nd, he bats 7th. Evan McHugh at 3rd, he bats 8th. And Evan Kelly closes out the Keene lineup at the dish, behind the dish at catcher, batting 9th. And taking the hill for the Wolves in game 1, it'll be right-hander number 55, Connor Gannon. You have anything on him, Ryan?
Coming off of a 7-inning start against UMass Boston, allowed 3 earned runs and 6 strikeouts on the road against the Beacons. So Owls are familiar with him too over the last couple of years.
Hopefully this offense can get going. They allowed a run in the first. It was on an infield hit from Stanley Roman. And that scored Jesse Dunn, led off with a walk. Ayler's going first pitch hacking, and he fouls it away. Ayler's, Eaton, and Chatfield in inning number 1 due up. And that one had some movement on it. Ayler's could not catch up. It is 0-2. It's like slider action or something. Gannon working fast. That one misses.
I think I saw our first pitch timer violation ever the other day in the game against Fitchburg State in Division III. Anyway.
Yeah, that was with Jason Bickford, but much different story as Ehlers hits that one in the air to left. Under it, though, is Hannah in center. He'll make the catch for out number 1. Yeah, much different story from Bickford is he got that pitch clock violation, but it seems like Gannon is going to work a lot quicker today. On the bump for the Wolves. As here's Brendan Eaton coming in with the best batting average on the team for Keene. And this is ball 1. Owls did not trail at all in Tuesday's victory over Fitchburg. They got ahead as much as 5-0. It got to 5-4 at one point after a home run from Adam Koza, but then they came back and got 2 more, and they would hold on 7-4. Eaton went around there.
Not so sure on that one.
According to Carlos Rodriguez, at first currently. And he hits that one in the air to right. Caniglio over in foul ground. He makes the catch. Nice running grab there for out number 2. So 2 up, 2 down quickly for the Owls in inning number 1. And now here's Jonathan Chatfield. DH. Has basically been their DH since coming back from injury early in the season. Had, I believe, 6 home runs last year. He's looking for his first on 2024. That finds the zone for strike 1. Otis Follett is on deck. He would hit next if it gets to him. Popped up. Burkle under it at short. That's going to drop for a base hit. So Chatfield is aboard with 2 down. Just over the head of Burkle at short. Dropped down into no man's land between him and Luke Dawson, the left fielder. So now it will get the inning to the cleanup man, Otis Follett. Playing short once again for Keene. He goes first pitch swinging, that's fouled away. You mentioned the Western Connecticut team with a team ERA of north of 5 at 5.63. So looking to get that down today. And that one had some break to it there from Gannon. That's strike 2. Chatfield not a big lead at first. 0-2 from Gannon. And it's swung on and missed. So quick first inning. Chatfield reaches with a base hit, but nothing comes of it. We'll head to the top of the second. Keene State trailing 2-0 on the Owls Media Network.
I pledged.
I am an NCAA student athlete.
And I pledge to be a champion of unity
on my team
on my campus and in my community.
I pledge to embrace differences and strive for inclusion and collaboration.
I pledge to stand against racism, hate, and discrimination.
I pledge to strive for love, care, and forgiveness.
I pledge to stand against silence, deceit, and obscurity.
I pledge to strive for dialogue, truth, and understanding.
I pledge to stand against fear and doubt.
I pledge to strive for trust and belief in one another.
I pledge to stand against complacency and stagnancy.
I pledge to strive for change and growth.
I commit to supporting my fellow student athletes in all circumstances that impact them.
I commit to both choosing unity personally and encouraging it for all.
I pledge these things because we are stronger together.
United as one.
Back here on the Owls Media Network, Western Connecticut leading 1-0. We'll head to the top half of the second. It'll be 6-7-8 due up for the Wolves. Keogh, Dawson, and Burkle. As Shazina looks to have a clean inning here. Gave up a run in the first. That leadoff walk to Dunn came around to bite him. With a 2-out single. And this is ball one. Ball one to the first baseman, Thomas Keogh, for Western. Ran inside. (2-0). And that one also missed, according to home plate umpire Goldstein. Count runs to 3-0. Much like with the leadoff hitter in the first. That one does find the corner for strike one. As Keogh taking all the way there. See if he gets the green light here. 3-1. Popped up and out of play, foul. Find its way over to our right. It's like a cemetery. Zena has battled back to make it a full count pitch here. See if he can get out. And just missed. Apparently a little high. That ball had some break on it from Zena, but did not get the call. So that's a leadoff walk again. Second straight inning. This time Keogh reaches. And now here's Luke Dawson, the left fielder. Second straight inning, the leadoff hitter has reached. Let's see if they'll send him too. He's getting a decent lead. Also misses for ball one. Owls definitely looking to improve this season in the LEC. Of course, that's their goal, to make the LEC playoffs in head coach Blood's third year. Swing and a miss there from Dawson. As mentioned at the top of last game, they at times got to 13-11 last year and playing fairly well in the conference, but then the bottom kind of just fell out at the end.
Yeah, the doubleheader that I really point to that seemed to turn it in the other direction was when they played UMass Boston, and they had a couple of late leads they couldn't hold last year. So hoping to change the script around this year as we move toward the latter part of the season.
Yeah, that UMass Boston one, I remember. That is in there for strike three from Zena. Dawson didn't like it, but he's rung up for out number one. Yeah, and going back to that, I think, you're definitely right that UMass Boston doubleheader was a killer when they had the lead late and then I believe gave up 6 runs or so in the...
Yeah, they struggled to solidify some bullpen roles last year, and so I think they're also working on that this year right now.
And I think another one too, maybe going off of that, would be the road doubleheader at Castleton as well last year.
Yeah, that
really struggled, and then they had that home game against Castleton where things got ugly. That one will miss from Zena. It's 2-0. So Shea Zena, I believe that was his first K of the day, as he fans Dawson.
He's up to 30 pitches already.
It's been he's had to labor quite a bit. That one hits off the mitt of Cowley, but he keeps it in front of him enough. So no advance for runner at first, Keogh. He's in another 3-0 count. He's had, that's now 3 fairly deep counts in the game. He went to 3-2 again on the leadoff man. That one in there for strike 1. On deck, the center fielder, Jason Hanna. Brian Burkle now at the dish. 3-1. And that's hit in the air to center. Ehlers is camped under it. He's got it. Gets over to it quickly on a pretty sharp liner for out number 2. Now here is Jason Hanna, the center fielder. Two away now after walking the leadoff man for Zena. He got Dawson on strikes and just got Burkle to fly out to center. Keene State to go to 2-1 in the LEC. That's strike 1. If Hanna reaches, it would be back to the top of the order for the second time around. The Jesse Dunn, who's on deck, came around to score the run for the Wolves. Little pitch out there, nothing happening though. Keogh remains at first. That is in there for strike 2. Zena looking for a second punch out on the afternoon. See if he can get it here to close out the second. Here it is. And that's hit in the air to right. Coming in on it is Reyna. Now over is Eaton from first base to make the catch to close out the second. Head to the bottom half. Still 1-0 here on the Owls Media Network.
The road to national championships runs through NCAA.com. And whether you follow one college team or all of them, it's never been easier to get the content you want all in one place. With live broadcasts of multiple championships across all divisions, with exclusive access.
This is your ticket to the NCAA tournament.
And highlights for every single championship. Stay in the game all season long with NCAA.com, the home of college sports.
College sports fans, get ready for game day with officially licensed merchandise from the NCAA official online shop, ncaa.com/shop. Get the whole family geared up with the best collection of apparel and accessories, including t-shirts, sweatshirts, headwear, championship gear, and more. Visit the NCAA shop for today's special offer and rep your favorite team now. Only at ncaa.com/shop.
All right, pay attention. Welcome to Fandom 101. We'll cover the tools of the trade from foam fingers in the wave to the super secret wave. How's that for a course description? Lesson 1, your game starts long before the opening whistle, so arrive prepared. 2, if something piques your interest, raise your hand. And 3, work in groups. NCAA championships, attendance is encouraged, passion is mandatory. Get your seats today at ncaa.com/tickets. Class dismissed.
Back here for the bottom of the second inning. Keene State will have due up Barnes, Reyna, and Verano. That's 5, 6, and 7. Hamilton Barnes leading off. Keene State looking to get even here in the bottom of the second. Barnes fouls off the first pitch for strike 1. We saw Barnes in right field in the home opener on Tuesday. Getting a start in left field here in game 1 of this doubleheader. That one off the plate. We've seen Gannon feature some kind of slider, slurve, I don't know what you call it, but it's got some movement on it. And he misses for ball 2. Barnes hits one. It's going to one-hop the first baseman, Keogh. He flips to the pitcher covering, though, and there's one away. Nice job at first there by Keogh. Looked like it might be a little base hit to lead off this second inning, but got to it quickly. Here's Ethan Reyna now. Owls did get a hit in the first, 2-out bloop single from Jonathan Chatfield. So a lot of these guys playing with no sleeves today, but pretty chilly here so far. Reyna certainly one of them, and Rano is well on deck. One finds the plate. Like slider that backed up right over the dish. That's a nasty pitch there from Gannon. Reyna hits one sharply but foul down the left field line. There's go over and get that ball quickly into assistant coach Sean McKenna at third base. One-two to Reyna. And a nasty pitch that gets him swinging. They'll throw down to first, does Muller, to complete the K for out number 2. And that'll get it to Alec Verano. The second baseman had an RBI double that scored the 7th run on Tuesday in the victory. Almost left the yard out to left field. And that is swung on a miss for strike 1. You know, Keene not the most hitter-friendly ballpark either, so you have to hit it a ways to get it out. Another slider or something from Gannon. He's had that pitch working early on, and he's ahead 0-2. Works fast. And he freezes him for strike 3. And Verano seemingly does not know what hit him. We head to the top of the third inning. Still 1-0 West Conn here on the Owls.
Our campus can be pretty quiet during the summer, but we're still here to show you what your life at Keene State will be like. I'm Emma, a tour guide of the admissions office, and I'm here to answer your questions and show you the parts of our community you're interested in seeing most. You can book a tour at keene.edu/visit or reach out to any of our admissions staff to find out when you can come see our home. Here's a sneak peek at what a tour is like.
Back here for the top of the third. Just a reminder that today's broadcast is brought to you in part by Keene Auto Body, located at 543 Main Street in Keene, your collision specialist since 1928. And back here, West Conn will be up here in the top of the third. They'll have 1, 2, 3 due up. So that'll be Jesse Dunn, the second baseman, leading off. He reached in the first on a walk, came around to score the only run of the ball game so far on a base hit. Dunn, Caniglio, and Muller. 1, 2, and 3. 1-0 from Zena. Just misses outside, ball 2. 2-0. And that's tagged up the middle and into center field, a base hit. So Dunn is aboard for the second time, his first hit of the ball game. Once again, for the third straight inning, Western Connecticut has their leadoff runner aboard. It didn't matter last inning, though, as Zena worked around a leadoff walk. But now you're dealing with the top of the order, and here's Coniglio, the right fielder. Dunn being held at first. This is outside, ball one. As mentioned earlier, the Owls have already played here earlier in the season. They faced, of course, the University of St. Joseph. That one, I believe they split that doubleheader, if I remember correctly.
That is correct.
I think they lost the first game, won the second. The 2-0, Zena trying to find the zone. And he does there for strike one. Check back to first. Dunn back in safely ahead of the tag from Eaton. The first Saturday of April. A lot of conference baseball this month. Dunn bluffs, but he's back in. As that strike two to even the count. Like last year, the home season for the Owls will extend at least to the first few days of May, as their senior day is scheduled right now for May 3rd. That would be against Plymouth State at the Owl Athletic Complex back home. And that one's grounded. That one is going to be stopped by Verano, but he'll have to eat it. No play, so that'll be an infield hit. It looked like it hit the second base bag as well. Might not have had a play anyway, as Coniglio with good speed there in right. So he's aboard. That's an infield hit. And now here's the catcher, Moeller. First and second. The Wolves threatening here, nobody out. On the ground to second. Verano can't knock it down. Now he does. Throws and it gets away. That is going to bring home a run as Dunn will score. Into second goes Moeller. So an errant throw there from Alec Verano. He knocked it down, regathered, but threw it away. And it is 2-0 Wolves. And they still have a chance for more, as it's now second and third with nobody out. Coniglio at third, Moeller at second, thanks to the errant throw. E4 there on Verano. Now here's the man who drove in the first run. That's Stanley Roman. Infield hit back in the first. That one off the plate. And he's ahead 1-0. That one catches the inside corner, and the count is even. Tough play there for Verano. He was able to knock the ball down nicely, but was fired, I think, a little too quickly, wide of Eaton. A little corkscrew there, foul, and it's 1-2. So Zeno could use a strikeout right here. Infield not really playing in too much. They're in a little at the corners, just off the plate. Eaton and McHugh both playing in at first and third, creeping in with the pitch. The 2-2 is going to be stopped by Verano, but another run is going to score. Caniglio is in from third. Nobody out still. It's now runners on the corners. Everybody moves up a base. So the third is Muller. That'll probably be an infield single again for Roman. His second of the game. He's now 2 for 2. Here's DH Spencer Barnett for his second time. Head coach Justin Blood comes out as the Owls are going to get action going in the left field bullpen. This will just be a conference with Zena. He's had the leadoff runner aboard all 3 innings, and 2 of them, it's certainly come back to bite him. This could be a big inning now for Western Connecticut.
I wouldn't say they're all over him, but everything is well placed and a couple plays not made in the field, and that's why we are where we are.
Yeah, that's the difference. I mean, certainly an infield hit there, I would say, from Roman. I mean, but it was a nice stop by Verano to save a run there, because if that gets through, both runs are going to score. But there's still nobody out. Runners at the corners, so certainly still very much a jam here for Zena to work out of. Hey, Grizz! So Barnett stands in. RBI spot for him. Thomas Keogh is on deck. I think you might trade a double play ball right here for a run. That one low and away. Winds are gusting here on occasion. Seem to have calmed down a bit since first pitch. Big hack there, but he could not come up with it. And it's 1-1. That one runs in, ball 2. West Conn got 1 in the first, none in the second. They have already gotten 2 here in the third, and potential for more. Owls have action in the bullpen. I believe that's Ellison. Check back to first, not in time.
Yeah, you're still looking for innings from Zena here. You don't want to go in your bullpen, this early in a doubleheader.
Not even with an out yet in the third either. Roman gets a bit of a lead at first. Swing and a miss from Barnett, and the count is even. Muller is at third as well. And that one's tagged in the air to left, but foul. Well over the bullpen. Luckily, Barnett was out in front of that one a bit, so certainly couldn't keep it fair. Keogh is on deck. Runner goes at first. It is knuckled off foul down the third base side. So they got Roman running at first, but to no avail for now. Zena with a 2-2, looking for a strikeout right here. It's popped up. Cowley looking for it. It's well out of play, foul. Zena could use a soft out here, pop up, or strikeout would do. Pop up in the infield. The 2-2 going again is Roman. It's fouled back again.
This will be the 9th pitch of this at bat, and Zena's pitch count now up near 55.
Yeah, Zena has really had to labor through this one. West Conn getting, as you said, good placement on balls throughout this one. In the early going, Owls offense certainly has work to do if they want to take game one. Popped up again. Eaton is over. He's not going to have a play, so this at bat continues. Nice at bat here from Barnett. He's fouling off some pitches to drive that pitch count up for Zena. Moeller at third, Roman at first, nobody out. Zena with another 2-2. Roman goes again. That one is high. The throw to second is in time to get him. What a throw from Evan Calley. There's one away. And they did not try to send Moeller home from third either. That is a big first out.
Calley is an impressive defensive catcher, and he certainly has an arm.
Yeah, he very much is. And now the infield's going to come in. So that was ball 3. The count runs full on Barnett. But a very important first out on the assist from Evan Calley. And Moeller's still at third, the 3-2. Popped up. Calley behind the dish. He's got it. That's out number 2. Man, will this be a tightrope walk for Shea Zena if he can keep this 3-0? That would be huge. Attaboy, Calley. So Evan Calley now has recorded both outs. Here is Thomas Keogh, first baseman. Reached his first time up on a leadoff walk in the second. Did not come around to score. That'll miss, just miss for ball 1. So Moeller's still at third. It was first and third just not even a minute ago. Ball 2. First and third with nobody out, but just like that, the Owls out away from keeping this 3-0. Despite what looked like could have been a really big inning for Western Connecticut. Certainly be content with keeping it at 2. Strike 1. This is away as Keogh did not offer. So hitter's count here for Keogh on a 3-1. Luke Dawson is on deck. And that's going to miss high for ball 4. So Dawson will get a chance to hit again. He's 0 for 1. He struck out his first time up. One of the 2 strikeouts for Zena so far. And an RBI spot, first and third with 2 out. Keogh being held at first. And that's on the corner for strike 1. I'd be surprised, I think, if Western Connecticut chooses to send the runner from first with Calley getting that assist earlier in the inning. Unless you try that rundown situation. As you mentioned, Ryan, he's a very good defensive catcher. Showed that here.
Yeah, they really saw it right from the start last year. You know, very quick behind the plate.
That's big, especially in D3. You have a lot of catchers, I think, who can hit, but aren't maybe as good defensively behind the plate.
Oh, now another pitch timer violation.
Clock violation on Zena, so the count now goes to 2-1. Something that we're just seeing this year.
For the sake of everyone else, though, I hope at some point we do make it visible because nobody else knows except the umpire.
I mean, we don't really know either. It's like a certain time the umpire just says, you know. The make it certainly helpful, I think, for everybody. So 3-1, another hitter's count, and that's going to miss for ball 4 as well. So Dawson will reach, and I think this might be it for Shea Zena, as head coach Justin Blood, coming out to get his man. See who comes in here for the Owls to face Brian Burkle.
Looks like Ellison.
And it appears it would be Ellison coming in for the Owls. Number 17, Dylan Ellison. So we'll take a quick break. Be right back here on the Owls Media Network.
A single thread is unique. Like each of us, full of purpose and potential. A strand designed to connect, strengthen, and unite. But we face different challenges and have different opportunities. By acknowledging that others may struggle in ways we do not, we can celebrate our differences, embrace each other, and fortify the ties among us. A single thread can fray, yet when it's woven with another, a bond forms. A new strength created by the fabric of the whole. Let's embrace the fabric we make together, the diversity of our threads, to reach beyond ourselves and overcome the impossible. The true power of our game comes from unifying our individual backgrounds, connecting our unique stories, enabling us to be stronger, braver, greater. We can achieve so much more when we are all as one.
What a season! The confetti is gonna fall.
There she goes, and she's got it! How sweet is this, and how wonderful for the sport!
Back here on the Owls Media Network, Dylan Ellison coming in for the Owls in relief, and he's going to have a tough task ahead of him. He's got the bases loaded and 2 out for the shortstop, Brian Burkle. Looking to
Feels like a
3-0.
Feels like a big early spot in this game here. You know, you got to keep it at 3. If you start getting 4, 5, 6, it becomes like a pretty deep hole in the first game.
Yeah, you're certainly right, Ryan. Certainly tough to dig out of 3. I mean, 3 is definitely manageable, but it's really not that much. But yeah, 4, 5, and 6, then it starts becoming a problem as Ellison is quickly behind 2-0 on the Wolves shortstop. Back-to-back walks from Shea Zena. It looked like the Owls maybe were going to get out of it pretty easily as they allowed 2, but a caught stealing from Evan Calley and then a pop-up as well from Spencer Barnett. Got them 2 quick outs. That one's on the ground to second. Verano handles this one. He'll fire to first. Low throw, but picked by Eaton, and the inning is over. So they limit the damage there, does Keene State. West Hartford gets 2, but we'll be back here in the bottom of the third now, 3-0 on the Owls Media Network.
I learned a lot of valuable lessons playing college football. I never thought about the health benefits of exercise until I actually started to talk to coaches in college. It's not only just for performance, it's for life. My coaches instilled the importance of well-being, not only building up strength, mental health, getting enough sleep, eating properly is all what it is to be healthy. I decided that I want to go into personal trainer and share my knowledge that I obtained in college about physical and mental well-being.
At Keene State College, life is an adventure. You'll forge your path forward. As an Owl,
You'll take on challenges in the classroom, field, court, or track. Every worthwhile adventure has its share of blood, sweat, and tears. It takes hard work and dedication. No owl flies alone on their journey at Keene State. Teammates, coaches, professors, alumni, and fellow owls are with you along the way. They lift you up as you continue forward. When you're part of Owl Nation, you become the person you truly want to be.
We're back here from West Hartford on the Owls Media Network. Keene State now trailing 3-0. Have to get on the board here as they'll have 8-9-1 due up. Evan McHugh, Evan Cowley, and Tommy Ehlers against Connor Gannon, who's been very tough early on in the first couple innings. Owls at least were able to limit the damage there in the third. They did allow 2, but it certainly could have been a lot worse, as WestConn left the bases loaded with 2 out, thanks to Dylan Ellison in relief. So Shea Zena now officially off the hook. So his line score will be 2 2/3 innings with 3 earned. Did record a couple strikeouts, but also walks were certainly a bit of an issue.
Yeah, 4 walks.
4 walks, as you mentioned, Ryan. McHugh goes first pitch swinging, comes up empty. McHugh played a lot of short last year, but has kind of found his role this year as the third baseman. Otis Follett at short. Gannon misses with that one, and it's 2-1. That one finds the corner for strike 2, and it's even now. Nicely framed there by Muller. But Goldstein's kind of been giving him the corner all day. That one hit in the air to center. Hanna coming in on it. It's going to fall in front of him and now get past him. McHugh diving into second. He has a leadoff double. We'll see. They'll probably rule that a leadoff double as it bounced in front of Hanna, kind of got past him. Luckily for WestConn, Dawson was backing him up. So anyhow, McHugh is at second to lead off the inning. The Owls have a leadoff hit. Also leadoff base runner for the first time in this one for Evan Cowley. And also the top of the order is on deck. That's Tommy Ehlers. Gannon looks back, McHugh to second. And now he's going to have a conference with Muller. Windy one here from West Hartford today. We're supposed to see, I believe, low 60s early in the week, so that'll certainly feel nice. The sun as well.
And hopefully a home game Wednesday. We're scheduled to be back home on Wednesday.
Hopefully, yeah. Hopefully the snow. I mean, the snow is melting at least. So, of course, that's the reason we're here today.
Yeah, we got 20 games away from home, 1 game at home, and now we're back on the road again.
Yeah. Yeah, closer today for Western Connecticut than it is for Keene, even though they're the home team. Had about an hour 50-minute drive down here. Count even on Cowley. McHugh with a decent lead at second. Grounded foul. And it's 1-2.
You know, the small things in the game, this is where if you're Cowley, you want to pull it to the right side and at least get him over to third so you can start to chip away at the deficit here.
Yeah, at least get some small ball going. Owls had some of that in their home opening win. Had quite a few sack flies. And it's going to be grounded to third. Nicely stopped by Roman. The throw, not in time. But
that'll work too.
Yeah, that'll work as well, exactly. Nice play, though, by Keogh. That one almost got away. But down to third goes McHugh, and the Owls are cooking now. First and third, nobody out. For the top of the order in Ehlers. Chance to get right back into this ball game. Owls, of course, now into their bullpen, but getting some runs back would help. McHugh at third, Callie at first, down pop foul. That was a nice diving stop there by Roman. Looked like it might get through for a base hit, but Callie also has speed on top of being a good defensive catcher. See if they maybe have him run. Ehlers hits one in the air to center. That is going to be caught by the center fielder Hannah, but it will get a run home as McHugh comes in to score on the sac fly from Tommy Ehlers. That cuts the lead. It's now 3-1. Good situational hitting there for Tommy Ehlers. McHugh stays put at first. Nice sliding catch as well by Jason Hanna there in center. Tough to see from our vantage point, but here's Brendan Eaton now. That one gets the corner, strike one. Yeah, Goldstein's been calling that corner all day for both teams. Callie's going. That one's on the ground is short. They're not going to be able to turn two because of it. The throw to first gets eaten. It's in time. So two away. Callie moves down to second for Jonathan Chatfield. That one was grounded right to Burkle. Luckily, Callie was on the move because that might have ended the inning otherwise. But that's exactly why you get him going. Now an RBI spot with two away for Chatfield. He is 1 for 1 in this one. Loop single in the first. That little slider misses, ball one.
Yeah, I'm watching Coach Blood over 2 seasons and now part of a third. I know that he definitely likes to put pressure on other teams and make them make plays. And so I think you see that a lot when Keene plays.
Yeah, good to have a team that can put the ball in play more often than striking out. Of course, strikeouts are going to happen for any team, but you don't want to be an all or nothing team either, where all you do is, either hit home runs or strike out.
At one point, I had a stat about strikeouts related to World Series winners, but I'm not sure I remember it now. But
Chatfield hits one in the air to right. It's going to be caught by Coniglio. Nicely done. And he dropped it at the end, but they say, I guess, he caught it anyway. Nice catch by Peter Coniglio on right. The Owls do get a run back. It's now 3-1 as we head to the fourth.
Responsibility is being accountable for your words and actions, first and foremost. It also is an obligation to be a positive influence in the communities around you. Being in a D3 program, you're going to have lots of different opportunities. You're not just an athlete, you're also involved in student life. Your academics are extremely important. We give a lot of our student athletes responsibilities right from the start by giving them leadership opportunities, by having them engage in the community, be a positive influence. That's being a responsible person.
To them, the whole world looks like an opportunity, one to be seized, built upon, and made better for their sport and the people around it. To student athletes, every opportunity is a chance to change what could be and show the world what opportunity can do.
Back here on the Owls Media Network, top of the fourth, WestConn in front, 3-1 over the Owls. I'd like to thank a couple of the Owls players, Kyle Party and Brian Vandalish, for helping us man the camera today behind the plate.
We make it work. Any way we can, we make it work.
Exactly, yeah. Brought down a good crew here this afternoon. As first pitch swinging, coming up empty there is Hannah.
Of course, I know people might be watching this after the fact, but
yeah,
still.
Nonetheless, glad we could do the broadcast today. As Ellison misses there for ball one, count now even. Chasing that was Hannah, and it's 1-2. Just misses for ball two. Of course, we also have some home action back at the Owl Athletic Complex today as men's lacrosse playing. That's also on the Owls Media Network. So the count now full to the 9-hitter Hannah, and he nicks that one foul behind the dish.
It's been a good day for men's lacrosse. They're beating Southern Maine 20-5.
Wow.
With 5 minutes left.
Certainly a good day, yeah. Fourth period, but fourth quarter. 3-2. That will just miss.
That looked pretty good.
So Ellison walks Jason Hannah, the leadoff man, and it gets it to the top of the order. There's Jesse Dunn for his third at bat of the day. He has reached both times. Walked in the first, single blasting in the third. And Ellison fires in strike one. No action for either squad in the bullpen as of now. In for strike two. On deck is Coniglio for the Wolves. 0-2. On the ground to second. Ferrado fields it. His only play is to first, and that's in time. Crowd number one. Down to second goes Hannah. Effectively a sacrifice there, as it goes 4-3 on the putout. Sun peeking through finally again. RBI spot for Coniglio. Muller on deck. Strike one. Owls defense shifting around a little bit. Follett at short, kind of holding on the runner. Grounded to first. Eaton's going to have to flip it fast. It's in time to get him. Nice job there by Ellison to cover. That was very close, but Rodriguez, the base umpire, rules it was in time. So down to third goes Hannah, but there's now two away for Nicholas Muller, the catcher. And for strike one, Ellison's been filling up the zone here in the fourth. Looking for a quick inning after a long third inning for Keene. That one will miss. Low and away. One. Nice stop by Callie. He keeps it in front of him. And that holds the runner at third. Count now 1-2, I believe. 1-2 from Ellison. Here it is. On the ground to third, McHugh gathers, makes a good throw to first in time, and the inning is over. So they strand the leadoff runner aboard. We'll head to the bottom of the fourth. Still 3-1 Wolves here on the Owls Media Network.
College sports fans, get ready for game day with officially licensed merchandise from the NCAA official online shop, ncaa.com/shop. Get the whole family geared up with the best collection of apparel and accessories, including t-shirts, sweatshirts, headwear, championship gear, and more. Visit the NCAA shop for today's special offer and rep your favorite team now. Only at ncaa.com/shop.
Back here now on the Owls Media Network. We head to the bottom of the fourth, where Keene State trails still 3-1. Owls will have 4, 5, 6 due up. Otis Follett, Hamilton Barnes, and Ethan Reyna against Connor Gannon, who works into his fourth inning. Owls got a run back last inning. We'll see if they can continue to mount a comeback here. Only being out hit 4-3, but they have committed one error. So now here's Otis Follett to dig in. First pitch from Gannon. Finds the plate for strike one. Sun continuing to peek through a little bit through the clouds. Gannon's 0-1 misses. Count is even. Follett grounds one to third. Burkle, the short, Burkle with it, fires on just in time to get him for the first out. So one away for Barnes. He is 0 for 1, grounded out to second in his first at bat. The 0-1. On the ground now to third. Roman gathers. Fires, it's high and up the line and not in time. Hamilton Barnes reaches first on an E5 from Stanley Roman. So that'll be the first error of the day for Western Connecticut.
Come on, Ray, for you, kid.
And a chance now for Ethan Reyna. If he is able to reach or the inning continues, Alec Verano is on deck. Barnes at first. We'll see if they have him run. They'll check him back ahead of the tag of Keogh. Dances off first, does Barnes, and that one foul tip to the mitt for strike one. Owls trying to get their second conference win of 2024. And it's on the ground. This could be two. Burkle goes to Dunn for one, on to first in time, and it is a double play. So the Owls can't do anything with the base runner. We'll head to the top half of the fifth, still trailing 3-1 on the Owls Media Network.
I remember writing in the second grade that I wanted to be a teacher, and I always knew that I was going to be a teacher. I started school a year early, and it created challenges for me because I wasn't able to pick up material as fast as the other students. Outside of school, my Jaju would quiz me on my math facts and read with me. It showed me that even though I had challenges in school, there were still people who wanted to help me. In high school, I knew I had to work harder than everyone else to get the same results, but I had teachers that would help me in subject areas outside of their own because they could relate to how I felt. The way these interactions with my Jaju and my teachers made me feel while I was learning is the inspiration for how I'd like my students to feel. I'm able to build relationships and be vulnerable with my students when they're struggling because I've been in their shoes and I know exactly how they feel. Being able to relate to them from my own experience has become a massive asset in becoming a teacher.
Back here for the top of the fifth, the Keene State College Athletic Department and the Owls Media Network would like to thank our community partners. Bulldog Design, get it local, get it Bulldog. C&W Services, an industry leader in facility service capabilities. Engelberth Construction, we build relationships for life, celebrating over 50 years of service. The offices of Ely Thayer at Edward Jones. Keene Auto Body, your collision specialist since 1928. The Melanson Company, commercial and residential roofing since 1932. And the New Hampshire Army National Guard. Visit nationalguard.com/NH. That one lined off of Ellison. He's going to gather quickly in time for out number one. So that retires Roman. We'll see if Ellison's all right. Umpire Goldstein coming in to check on him. He's nodding his head though. He's going to stay in. So now here's Spencer Barnett. They're going to let him throw a few pitches just to make sure he's all right. And he is all right enough to continue playing. Ellison might have also saved a base hit on accident right there. That one runs inside on Barnett, the DH. Popped out to Evan Cowley in foul ground his last time up. And looks at strike one. Keogh, the first baseman, is on deck. That one inside, and it's 2-1. That one a little tapper to third. McHugh, nice quick throw in time, and there's two away. So quick 2 outs here already in the top of the fifth. Ellison looking for a 1-2-3 inning. And he'll just have to get through Keogh here if he wants to do it. That's in for strike one. Fouled away, and it's quickly 0-2. So it was a pretty quick third inning, pretty long third inning, excuse me, but the last few have certainly gone quicker. Here in game one of this doubleheader. One-two from Ellison. Is going to be lined, caught at second by Verano. Nice play. As we'll head to the bottom half of the fifth. 1-2-3 inning for Dylan Ellison. Still 3-1 on the Owls Media Network.
At M&T Bank, we believe in the power of together. Together, we can help your business grow. Together, we can move communities forward while giving back. Together, we can help your family spend more time on what matters most.
Back here for the the bottom half of the fifth. Ryan Hearn will get you your LEC scoreboard right now.
Yeah, around the league, a couple of non-conference games, a couple of conference games. Suffolk beat UMass Dartmouth 10-7 in the first game of 2 there. And in the opener at Eastern Connecticut, the Warriors beat Rhode Island College 8-1.
Good to get some scores around the conference as Keene still trails 3-1, looking to come back here as we are into the fifth. Verano now behind 0-2 as he fouls that one away. Tried to reach on a bunt there on that first pitch. Went foul. Not a bad idea though. Connor Gannon's been very effective working into his fifth inning here. And that is strike 3. I guess they said on the swing. And Verano, I think, checking in to make sure that was on the swing and not on the pitch. I believe home plate umpire Goldstein said it was on the swing. So that, nonetheless, is strike 3, and there's one away. Evan McHugh now. Couple of Evans back-to-back, McHugh and Callie, to round out spots number 8 and 9. That's strike 1. Gannon's really been relying on that slider today. It's been very effective for him. That one just misses for ball 2. The 2-1. Another nasty pitch there, but that one will just miss. So McHugh in a good hitter's count here. Goes fishing for that one, comes up empty. And the count is now full. Keene batters have learned you got to get into that box quickly because Gannon does not waste time. And he's going to line that one into right field, a base hit. Just over the head of Dunn and in front of Caniglio as well. So a 1-out single for Evan McHugh. He's got his first hit. Nice job there going to the opposite field on that pitch away from him.
Yeah, I think you can always tell when a hitter is locked in. They use the opposite field more. And I always hear that when you break out of a slump, go to the opposite field, break out of your slump, and then all of a sudden your confidence rises again.
Yeah, there's really something to be said for once you just get that knock out of the way when you've been slumping, it can really just change your whole at bat. I mean, you know, when you're struggling, I mean, you're in a 0 for 10, whatever. Every at bat, I mean, it could just feel like you're behind every count 0-2, and
very true.
That's part of the ebbs and flows of baseball. But as long as you can break out of those little skids, which are going to happen on occasion, it's just part of the sport. That one ripped into right field, a base hit for Evan Callie, back-to-back singles. Callie stung that one. And McHugh moves down to second. So the Owls with an opportunity here in the bottom of the fifth. Their last real opportunity was in the third when they got a run. That gets it back to the top of the order as well for Tommy Ehlers. And that's the part of the order that you generally want up. A nice job from the bottom part, doing their job to get on base. A slider, that's called strike 1. seen that pitch get called occasionally and sometimes not. It's been kind of hit or miss. That one, did he go around? They'll check. No, he did not. That's ball one. McHugh at second, Callie at first. And a 1-1 from Gannon. That's on the ground to short, to second for one, to first, not in time. Almost a double play, but great hustle there from Tommy Ehlers. That'll keep the inning going. Runners will now be at the corner away for Brendan Eaton. He's looking for his first hit today. What a time it would be if he can get it right here. Drive in another run or two. Maybe tie the game if you get a ball in the gap. McHugh now at third, Ehlers at first. We'll see if they send him. They do. They're going to try to deke him. The throw now is not in time. Owls made that work in the home opener. But nonetheless, Ehlers is down to second. He steals the base. And now you got second and third with two out. First pitch was a strike on him. That one is off the plate. Count runs even. Now a base hit could tie the game right here with Brendan Eaton. McHugh at second, McHugh at third, Ehlers at second. Stung but foul. Gotta get that barrel around a little sooner. I know, easy for me to say. Chatfield on deck if he can get on here. 1-2 from Gannon. Is going to be blooped. That is going to find a home into center field. A base hit. 2 runs are going to score, and the Owls have tied the ball game. McHugh and Ehlers both score. Brendan Eaton with his first hit. It's a 2-run single. And just like that, we got a brand new ball game in the 5th.
What a way to extend your hitting streak there. Again, another well-placed ball in this game.
Yeah, just perfect. Found that little spot in center. Hannah was playing back far enough. That one's ripped by Chatfield down the right field line. Ehlers, Eaton can run for days. Let's see if they send him. They are going to. The throw to home is not in time. It gets past him. Down to third goes Chatfield. A wild throw. The Owls have rallied in front here in the 5th. Jonathan Chatfield with an RBI double. He moves down to third on the throw home. Again, the Owls have come to life here against Connor Gannon. They could not really touch him for the first bunch of innings. Much like they did with Bickford, though, it was that 4th or 5th inning where they really broke things open. It was actually the 3rd they did against Gannon. There's Otis Follett. He stings one into left, but it's foul. They're really barreling it up now here. This 3rd time through the order. So Eaton and Chatfield both with RBIs with 2 away. Clutch hitting.
I'll go back to the bottom of the order, setting the table again in this inning. You know, when that happens and you bring up your big guys with people on base, it's likely that good things will happen.
Follett looks at strike 2. Breaking ball that came in and got the middle of the plate. Here's the 0-2 from Gannon. On the ground to third. Roman gathers, throws in time, and that will end the inning. But the damage has been done. The Owls plate 3 in the bottom of the 5th. And in the top half of inning number 6, Keene is now in command, 4-3 on the Owls.
The road to national championships runs through NCAA.com. And whether you follow one college team or all of them, It's never been easier to get the content you want all in one place. With live broadcasts of multiple championships across all divisions, with exclusive access.
This is your ticket to the NCAA tournament.
And highlights for every single championship. Stay in the game all season long with NCAA.com, the home of college sports. The road to national championships runs through NCAA.com. And whether you follow one college team or all of them, it's never been easier to get the content you want all in one place. With live broadcasts of multiple championships across all divisions, with exclusive access.
Turn this music on, we still dancing.
And highlights for every single championship. Stay in the game all season long with NCAA.com, the home of college sports.
Back here in the top of the sixth, just a reminder that today's broadcast is brought to you in part by Keene Auto Body, located at 543 Main Street in Keene, your collision specialist since 1928. Dylan Ellison back out for another inning, now has the lead as tagged into center. That's a base hit for Luke Dawson. Things off here in the top of the sixth, so not what you wanted for Keene. View of action in their bullpen. 7, 8, and 9 will hit at least for West Conn, as now here's Brian Burkle. After the leadoff single from Ellison, Burkle hits one in the air to left. That is down for a base hit. Barnes gets it back in quickly. It trickles through, but it's right there. 2 pitches, 2 hits, and now West Conn is in business just like that. Jason Hanna, the number 9 hitter, and now Justin Blood's going to head out.
You wonder if this is a visit or a change.
Right now it looks like just a visit, as the players are not out from the dugout to greet Ellison, so Ellison's first time this afternoon, of course, pitching from a lead. He trailed as much as 3-0. But have scored 4 unanswered, but in some trouble here though in the top of the 6th, first and second, and nobody out after back-to-back singles. From Dawson and Burkle. Love a double play ball right here. If it's a grounder to third, you could even tap third and go to first. They're going to bunt. Yes. Going to third for the force in time. Nicely done there from Brendan Eaton. It was bunted softly to him. He had enough time though to gather and throw to Evan McHugh. So they get the force out at third, and it's now once again first and second, but now with 1 out. Only been 3 pitches from Ellison this inning. Back to the top of the order, Jesse Dunn. Callie gets it, finds the ball in time. Continues to gust here in West Hartford. So let's see if Dylan Ellison can work around the first 2 singles. He's already got 1 big out. Got one apparently a little high. David Floyd working in the Keene bullpen, number 14. That one runs in, and the count now 3-0 on Jesse Dunn. 3-0, quick pitch. That one in for strike one. See if Ellison can battle back. Even if you give up contact here, you just hope that he's to somebody. 3-1. And it's on the ground. McHugh dives. He can't get it. Throw to first is not in time. Good effort there from Otis Follett. But the bases are going to be loaded for Peter Coniglio. Head coach Blood trying to position his players. Bases loaded, only one out in the top half of inning number 6. A double play ball is still in order here. And that will get you out of the inning. Ellison fires in strike one to the Wolves' right fielder. Owls still clinging to that 4-3 lead. That one just misses. Of course, you could also go home here and get the force out. Force at any base. Out, infield in a bit at the corners. It's grounded back to the pitcher. That's exactly what Ellison's going to do. Set to home for one, on to first for 2. Dylan Ellison with a clutch double play ball from Peter Coniglio, and the Owls get out of it. Still in front, 4-3. We head to the bottom of the 6th on the Owls Media Network.
All right, pay attention. Welcome to Fandom 101. We'll cover the tools of the trade from foam fingers in the wave to the super secret wave. How's that for a course description? Lesson 1, your game starts long before the opening whistle, so arrive prepared. 2, if something piques your interest, raise your hand. And 3, work in groups. NCAA championships, attendance is encouraged, passion is mandatory. Get your seats today at ncaa.com/tickets. Class dismissed.
College sports fans, get ready for game day with officially licensed merchandise from the NCAA official online shop, ncaa.com/shop. Get the whole family geared up with the best collection of apparel and accessories, including t-shirts, sweatshirts, headwear, championship gear, and more. Visit the NCAA shop for today's special offer and rep your favorite team now. Only at ncaa.com/shop.
Back here for the bottom of the 6th. How about that double play ball, Ryan? As
big play.
To get out of it.
Yeah, it's a big spot in this game. Sometimes you hear about saves. You know, obviously you get a save in the 9th inning, but sometimes saves can come earlier than that. We'll see if we look back at that as a critical point in this game.
Certainly could be. I mean, Conn had first and second, nobody out. Then it became bases loaded, one out. That's exactly what you're looking for. Just that ground ball right back to the pitcher. You get the force at home, and catcher Cowley, nice throw to first, inning over. So now here's Barnes, 5, 6, 7 due up. Barnes, Reyna, and Verano. The 1-2. As Connor Gannon remains in the game for the Wolves. They now have action in their bullpen as well. David Floyd, I believe, still throwing in the Owls bullpen. Barnes down on strikes, one away. And David Floyd got a lot of starts, I think, early on in the year, but Coach Blood mentioned in our last interview with him that he's been effective out of the bullpen, and that's why he's been moved there. And we get now into we're we're going to be getting into the later innings. That one poked into left, but foul. Reyna trying to go the other way.
Yeah, I certainly think there's some bullpen roles for people to grab, and I know that Coach Blood is probably hoping that Floyd will be taking one of those. Certainly he's pitched well out of the bullpen the last few times.
Yeah, especially now as we're going to be getting into the late innings here of game one. Both games full 9 innings. 1-2 from Gannon. And he freezes Reyna. Another nasty breaking ball for strike 3. So he struck out both Owl hitters so far in the 6th. And now here's Alec Verano. And a couple nice plays at second. Diving plays, at least to keep the ball in the infield. Off the end of the bat, Keogh with it, flips to Gannon, and that is a quick bottom of the 6th for the Owls. We will head to the 7th. Still in front 4-3 on the Owls number.
Welcome to Hurt Skirt or Just Hurt. Our first contestant is suffering from knee pain from a recent running incident. What do we think, audience? Hurt Skirt or Just Hurt? Why not try Hurt Skirt? Make your recovery hassle-free with Hurt Skirt, a patent-pending, stretch-to-fit, hot-cold therapeutic sleeve, proven to stay cold longer and still remain completely mobile. Drop the ice, skirt the hurt.
Getting into the late innings here in game 1, top half of the 7th. New pitcher for the Owls, and it is David Floyd, who's begun to work more and more out of the bullpen. What do you have on him, Ryan?
Yeah, I was pulling it up here, and he hasn't allowed a run in his last 9 2/3 innings, and he has 21 strikeouts in 21 innings this year. But one of the biggest keys for him is cutting down on his walks. Early in the season, he was walking a lot of guys, including 6 at Clark on March 16th. But since then, he's walked just 4 in those innings. And so really finding the strike zone for him is important, because the question with him is not about his stuff.
5, 6, and 7 due up. Excuse me, 3, 4, 5 due up for West Conn here in the 7th. The catcher Muller leads off, taking strike 1 on the first pitch of the day from Floyd. Of course, 7th inning on was a big spot for the Owls in that home opener win. 2 2/3 work from George Young. Grounder nicely scooped by Eaton for the first out. Quick and easy there for out number 1. Now Stanley Roman. Listed as a shortstop, but gets the start, or got the start here at third in game 1. And Roman out of Danbury, Connecticut, so playing in his hometown at the collegiate level. Now one of Nasty break from Floyd. It goes to the backstop. The ball one. Spencer Barnett, DH on deck. And Floyd with the 1-1. Ripped right back up the middle for a base hit. So aboard is Roman with another hit. He's had a good day. For Spencer Barnett now. See if the Owls can get another double play ball here and potentially get out of the inning. Roman at first. Popped up and out of play, foul. And a nasty pitch there. He gets him swinging, and it's 0-2. Will check back to first, but Roman dives in ahead of the tag. Coming from Floyd. Here it is. Swung on a miss for strike three. Big strikeout there. First of the day for David Floyd. And there's two down here in the seventh. Thomas Keogh now. And Stanley Roman still at first. That's in for strike one. Luckily, Floyd's been filling up the zone so far. Exactly what you want to see if you're the Owls. As Ryan mentioned earlier, toning down the walks has been a priority. That one misses. Dawson would hit next if Keogh reaches. Had a single last inning. But it did not come around to score. Popped up and out of play. Count now 1-2. On the Western Connecticut first baseman. Floyd looking for a pretty easy seventh despite the hit. Here it is, runner goes, and it's hit in the air to left. Barnes will cut it off nicely. Throw coming back in. And that is a long single for Thomas Keogh. Nicely done by Hamilton Barnes in left field. If he did not cut that ball off, this game would be tied. So runners now at the corners for Luke Dawson, who had a base hit his last time up, as we mentioned. Floyd trying to hold the runners where they are. The first pitch. Pumped in there for strike one. Roman at third, Keogh at first. 2 away in the top of the seventh, still 4-3. 0-1. Cut on a miss for strike two. And Dawson will take a brief timeout. Try to collect himself for this 0-2. Big spot here for David Floyd. The 0-2. Ready to be made. Here it is. And it runs inside. That got the mid of Cowley, but he does a nice job to keep it in front of him, so no advance for either runner. Count now to 1-2 for David Floyd. Here it is again. Fouled away by Dawson, and he stays alive. Just got a piece of it on the check swing. Big spot. Once again, it feels like in this one. Owls got a double play to get out of a jam last inning. They just need one out here. As Floyd delivers. Swung on and missed for strike 3. David Floyd is out of the jam. The Owls still lead 4-3 as we head to the bottom of the 7th on the Owls Media Network.
The road to national championships runs through NCAA.com. And whether you follow one college team or all of them, it's never been easier to get the content you want all in one place. With live broadcasts of multiple championships across all divisions, with exclusive access.
This is your ticket to the NCAA tournament.
And highlights for every single championship. Stay in the game all season long with NCAA.com, the home of college sports.
As we're back here for the bottom half of the 7th, the Keene State College Athletic Department and the Owls Media Network would like to thank our community partners. Bulldog Design, get it local, get it Bulldog. C&W Services, an industry leader in facility service capabilities. Engelberth Construction, we build relationships for life, celebrating over 50 years of service. The offices of Ely Thayer at Edward Jones. Keene Auto Body, your collision specialist since 1928. The Melanson Company, commercial and residential roofing since 1932, and the New Hampshire Army National Guard. Visit nationalguard.com/NH. Nasty breaking ball, but it'll be in for strike 1 there as Connor Gannon back out into the 7th. Gave up 3 last inning to allow the Owls to take the lead. Evan McHugh stands in. McHugh, Callie, and Ehlers, 8, 9, and 1, are set to stand in. Fouled away for strike 2. Owls have escaped a couple jams in the 6th and 7th. Big strikeout of Luke Dawson with 2 away. Escaped 1st and 3rd with 2 out. 1-2 from Gannon. That'll miss. McHugh has a hit in this game, so does Callie. And as well as Ehlers. That one is in for strike 3. Wow. McHugh not happy with that call, and I don't think anybody on the Owls side is. Looked to be a bit off the plate. But that is strike 3. So nonetheless, there's 1 away. Gannon gets another K. Callie pops one up. Roman over in foul ground. It blows, and he makes the catch. Oh, wow. Stanley Roman. The wind really whipping here. Makes the catch in foul territory and almost blew back into fair territory. That's out number 2. Quickly 2 away. For the leadoff man, Tommy Ehlers gets his 4th go-around today against Gannon. He'll pop the first pitch up. That is behind us and out of play. Ehlers an RBI single. Or no, excuse me, that was Eaton. That's in there for strike 2. And he'll pop that one up. Blowing in, Hannah will make the catch on the run. And that's a quick bottom of the 7th for the Owls. We'll go to the 8th. They're still in command, 4-3. on the Owls Media Network.
It's always been more than just a game. It is a legacy. Support the USA Basketball Foundation as we look to expand that legacy. For her, for them, for us. All of us, together.
I learned a lot of valuable lessons playing college football. I never thought about the health benefits of exercise until I actually started to talk to coaches in college. It's not only just for performance, it's for life. My coaches instilled the importance of well-being, not only building up strength, mental health, getting enough sleep, eating properly is all what it is to be healthy. I decided that I want to go into personal trainer and share my knowledge that I obtained in college about physical and mental well-being.
Top of the 8th inning, Western Connecticut coming up against David Floyd, who works his second inning. Be 8-9-1. Brian Burkle, Jason Hanna, and Jesse Dunn due up for the Wolves. Owls looking to nail down their second conference win of the season. They're just 6 outs away from doing so. But still work to be done. They're only ahead 4-3. 1-0, bounced, and it's 2-0. And Floyd delivers home. That'll miss low. Good hitters count here for the shortstop. The 3-0. That one will be in for a strike. See if Floyd can battle all the way back here. Getting that leadoff guy is so important. Fouled away. And the count now runs full. Especially in a one-run game, you certainly don't want to have, if you can avoid it, any leadoff man or anybody on, but especially that leadoff guy. Floyd with the 3-2 on the ground to short. Follett fires. Nicely grabbed there by Eaton at first. One away. So Floyd battles all the way back. Gets a ground out for out number 1 in the 8th. So here's Jason Hanna now. Made a nice running catch to close out the bottom of the 7th. The wind really blew the ball in on a pop-up from Ehlers. Floyd's first pitch runs in, and Hanna able to get out of the way. The 1-0. That one fired in for strike 1. Count even. Strike 2. Floyd's 1-2 to Hanna. And it looks like he went around. He did. They'll throw to first to complete the K, and there's 2 away. So now here is the leadoff hitter, Jesse Dunn. Reached base a few times today. Owls looking to get to the bottom of the 8th. And more importantly, the 9th with the lead. And that's going to be on the ground. Follett has it to first in time. A nice, easy 8th inning for David Floyd. He breezes through. We'll head to the bottom of the 8th. Keene State coming up 4-3.
road to national championships runs through NCAA.com. And whether you follow one college team or all of them, it's never been easier to get the content you want all in one place. With live broadcasts of multiple championships across all divisions, with exclusive access.
This is your ticket to the NCAA tournament.
And highlights for every single championship. Stay in the game all season long with NCAA.com, the home of college sports.
Responsibility is being accountable for your words and actions, first and foremost. It also is an obligation to be a positive influence in the communities around you. Being in a D3 program, you're going to have lots of different opportunities. You're not just an athlete, you're also involved in student life. Your academics are extremely important. We give a lot of our student athletes responsibilities right from the start by giving them leadership opportunities, by having them engage in the community, be a positive influence. That's being a responsible person.
Bottom of the 8th coming up. 2-3-4 due up for the Owls. Brendan Eaton, Jonathan Chatfield, and Otis Follett. See if they can maybe get some insurance here, maybe add a run or two, give themselves some separation as they lead 4-3. Great work from David Floyd out of the bullpen, 2 scoreless so far. And before him, good work from Ellison as well. Keep it 3-0. All 3 runs would be charged to Shea Zena, the starting pitcher, who went 2 2/3. 1-0 in there for a strike. It's now 0-2. And Eaton goes chasing, can't catch up to it, 1 away. So that'll get it up to Jonathan Chatfield, who gave the Owls the lead with an RBI double back in the 5th inning. And it's remained that way since. Owls bullpen's done a nice job of holding down Western Connecticut. And just 3 outs away from getting the Game 1 victory. Chatfield hits one in the air to left. Dawson going back on it. It is going to be over his head. He misplays it. Chatfield rounding first and into second, a 1-out double. So the Owls in business. Chatfield with yet another double. And we'll see if Otis Follett can drive him in. This will be a big run if the Owls can plate it. Always feel better giving yourselves a 2-run lead instead of just 1, as we'll have a pinch runner as well. Quinn Barton is going to come in for Jonathan Chatfield to run. Chatfield, of course, in the DH spot, so Barton will not have to play the field. And we'll see if Otis Follett can bring him home. Connor Gannon still in the game. Entered this inning at 90 pitches, so not something you see often. A pitcher, especially who's trailing, still has given up 4 runs. Remain in the game. Follett hits one in the air to center. Hanna back on it, and he misplays it. It gets away. Rounding third easily is Barton, heading into third with a triple. Otis Follett. And the lead is now 5-3. So Quinn Barton comes around to score. A misplay there from Hanna. As we mentioned, the wind's been a factor all day. Follett also able to take third. Western Connecticut still has action in their bullpen. But that'll go as an RBI. RBI triple for Otis Follett. And now the infield for Western comes in for Hamilton Barnes. So we'll see if he can get a run in. He's going to lay down a bunt, but it'll be foul. Certainly not a bad idea. Try to squeeze that runner in. Follett now at third. It's now 5-3 Owls. Big cut from Hamilton, but he can't come up with it. And it's 0-2. That feels like a very important run for the Owls. Barnes did not go around. That's ball one. If he can make it a 3-run game, even better. He'll foul that one off to stay alive. Owls trying to improve to 2-1 on the season in the LEC and also 10-12 overall. He fights that one off as well to stay alive. The 1-2 again from Gannon is high, and the count is even. Gannon certainly nearing 100 pitches. He might have already reached it. And that one's hit in the air to center. That'll get it done. Base hit for Hamilton Barnes. Otis Follett scores. It's 6-3. Owls tacking on a couple insurance runs and still a chance for more in the bottom of the 8th. So now is Ethan Reyna. Barnes at first. He goes, the throw, not nearly in time. Stolen base for Hamilton Barnes. And now Reyna has an RBI opportunity, as that one was in for strike one, so it's 0-1. See if they can add on here against Connor Gannon, who remains in the game. Fouled away, and it's quickly 0-2. Would imagine David Floyd will remain in the game. The Owls don't have anybody going in their bullpen. Reyna fouls that one to the left side. Verado is on deck. So with a win, the Owls would at the very least guarantee a split as Reyna hits one in the air to right. Caniglio coming in. It's going to drop a base hit. Barnes heads to third. He will stop there, and the runners are now on the corners, still with one out. And we're finally going to get motion to the bullpen. That is going to do it for Connor Gannon, who you would imagine just ran out of gas there at the end. So it's 6-3. We'll get a move to the bullpen for Western Connecticut. We'll be right back in a sec on the Owls Media Network.
I worked in HVAC when I was in high school, and I really liked being on a job site. When Keene State came to my high school, the admissions counselor told me I could have a job on a job site and also make a difference on people's lives. He said being a safety engineer meant I could work with my hands, but also make sure that everybody was going to be home safely at the end of the day. The safety field is growing rapidly because companies are noticing that keeping their workers healthy means that they can keep their workers working. My plan is to graduate from Keene State so I can get back onto a job site as a safety engineer. It's great because there's jobs to choose from all over the United States, so I can basically go anywhere I want. Keene State is giving me the tools to make that happen.
Number 32, Kyle Hornsby.
Inside the 30. Touchdown. Michaela Burgess.
An incredible finish by Hall. The NCAA and its member schools offer nearly 500,000 college athletes a path to go pro in something other than sports. Learn more at ncaa.org.
Back here, bottom of the 8th, it'll be Max Grewal coming on to pitch for Western Connecticut. Grewal, a junior right-hander out of Long Beach, New York, Long Beach High School. And it looks like he's going to face a pinch hitter here for the Owls. Number 2, that'll be Luke Anderson, I believe. So runners at first and third, still a chance to add on for Keene. They've already got 2 this inning. As Anderson will come up to the plate in just a moment. Anderson's seen some action earlier this season for Keene, especially before conference play began. As he stands in now with Barnes at third, Reyna at first, and an RBI spot off the bench. Keene already in command 6-3, but a chance for more against Grewal. Reyna gets a decent lead at first. And the first pitch from Grewal. Anderson shows bunt, but he pops it up. Grewal will make the catch. But coming in from third was Roman. Almost collided. Luckily they didn't. Not severely at least. And Anderson's bunt attempt does not work. There's now 2 away for Evan McHugh. So Anderson, you would think, will come in to play second for Alec Verano. In the bottom half, McHugh pokes one in the air to right. That will get down, a base hit. Scoring from third is Barnes. Down to third goes Reyna. It's now 7-3 Owls. They plate their third run of the inning. Good day for Ed McHugh as well. He's got a couple opposite field singles like that. And it gets the inning now to Evan Cowley. So runners again now at the corners. Reyna went first to third on that. And Grewal's first pitch to the Owls catcher misses for ball 1. Keene State now in a commanding lead here. In the 8th. That one off the plate. And Grewal is behind 2-0. If Cowley reaches, it would get back to Tommy Ehlers. Grewal's 2-0 is made. That'll miss low, ball 3. So he's a pitch away from loading the bases here with 2 out. And the Owls could really put a hurt on the Wolves if he does. That one will be in there though for strike 1. Western Connecticut jumped out to a 3-0 lead in the 3rd inning. But I think at the time it looked like it could have been a lot worse as they loaded. They had first and third. They loaded the bases with 2 out as well. Couldn't bring any more across, and the Owls have scored 7 unanswered since. Runner goes. McHugh. It's not going to matter, though. Throw down to second, but that's ball 4. So Cowley's aboard. The bases are now loaded for Tommy Ehlers. And Max Grewal just trying to get out of the inning, which has already seen the Owls score 3 and up their lead to 4. Here is Grewal's first pitch. Off the plate, ball 1. So Reyna at third, McHugh at second, Callie at first. Here's the 1-0. And it's going to be ripped up the middle, a base hit for Tommy Ehlers. 2 runs are going to come home. Ehlers takes a turn at first. The Owls now lead 9-3. They have really pulled away. Both Reyna and McHugh score. Down to third goes Callie. 2-run single for Tommy Ehlers here in the bottom of the 8th. The lead is now 6. Biggest it's been all day. 9-3. Now if you're David Floyd, you almost want to throw a few warm-up pitches, because this has been a long bottom of the 8th. It gets the inning to Brendan Eaton as well. First pitch from Max Grewal misses. Ball 1. And on deck would be Quinn Barton, who pinch ran for Chatfield. He's now in as the DH. Came around to score actually earlier in the inning. Ehlers goes. The ball gets away, and here comes Callie to score. It is 10-3. Ehlers heading for third, not in time. So a wild pitch from Max Grewal makes the lead 10-3. That's now 6 runs in the inning. It's gotten ugly for the Wolves. And Ehlers ended up going all the way from first to third on that. So now another wild pitch could score another run. That one missing high ball 3. Grewal just having a lot of trouble right now finding the zone. And getting that elusive final out here of the bottom of the 8th. It's been a long game 1, a lot of big innings. And this one's certainly the biggest. Now 10-3. 6 runs have come across. This was a close game entering this inning. Not anymore. That one stung. That's into right field. That's a base hit. Another run comes in to score. Tommy Ehlers does. RBI single for Brendan Eaton. 11-3. So it gets the inning to Quinn Barton, who again came around to score a run in this inning. Pinch running for Jonathan Chatfield, who reached on a double, and that was with 1 out. Felt like ages ago. That's what started this all. 1 out double from Chatfield. Eaton leads off first, and he won around. That is strike 2. So Max Grewal is finally a pitch away from getting out of this inning. The 0-2 is cut on and missed, so finally that is over. But the Owls plate 7 in the inning. We'll head to the top half of the 9th inning. Keene State looking to lock down the Game 1 win, 11-3.
Responsibility is being accountable for your words and actions, first and foremost. It also is an obligation to be a positive influence in the communities around you. Being in a D3 program, you're going to have lots of different opportunities. You're not just an athlete, you're also involved in student life. Your academics are extremely important. We give a lot of our student athletes responsibilities right from the start by giving them leadership opportunities, by having them engage in the community, be a positive influence. That's being a responsible person.
Top half of the ninth here on the Owls Media Network. Owls looking to lock it down. A big bottom of the eighth inning. They played at 7, so they now lead by 8. It's 11-3. David Floyd looking to get the save, as he did enter the game in a safe situation. He's also, this will be his 3rd inning of work, so technically he would have it anyway. Worked the last 3 innings of a game regardless of the score. Leading off is Caniglio for the Wolves. Luke Anderson, of course, taking over for Alec Verano at second base. He pinch hit for him. And that is ball 3. So quickly 3-0 for Floyd. He had a lot of time to rest. Hope that doesn't matter too much when you're a pitcher, but that was a long 8th inning. Floyd's 3-1. Strike 2. Caniglio didn't like it, but count is now full. So 2-3-4 due up for the Wolves. Now let's see if Floyd can battle all the way back. Here it is. No, he will not. He will walk the leadoff man. And now here is Nicholas Muller, the catcher. Floyd just looking to throw strikes and get the win here in this first one. Game 2 will likely start around 4:45. Popped up. Eaton in foul ground. He's got it for out number 1. One away here in the top of the 9th. Now here's Stanley Roman. Had a pretty good day at the plate today for Western Connecticut. Floyd's first pitch to him is swung on and missed. Strike 1. Owls looking to go to 2-1 in the LEC. And that one skips away, but Callie keeps it in front of him enough nicely. And also a rather convincing win as well here in game 1, although they didn't run away with it till last inning, but pretty convincing nonetheless. That one's on the ground through the hole for a base hit. So Roman has reached once again. It's now first and second with 1 out. For Barnett, the DH. Barnett, an outfielder by position. Also out of Danbury, Connecticut. And he's going to be hit by a pitch. So that'll load the bases up. Trader comes out. Certainly hope he's okay. So again, Floyd had quite a long break in that 8th inning. Walked the leadoff man. Now we have a hit by pitch. And we'll get a pinch runner as well, taking over for Barnett. That'll be Anthony Cusimano. So he'll run it first, and the bases are now loaded for Thomas Keogh. Floyd just looking to throw strikes and put this one in the win column. That is in for strike 1. Here's his 0-1. On the ground to second. Anderson has it. His only play is the first in time. A run does come in to score. That'll make it 11-4 as Caniglio crosses home. But they're now 2 away on the RBI ground out from Keogh. And now Luke Dawson may be the last batter to swing in game 1. That one in there for strike 1. And out away from the game 1 victory are the Owls. Floyd's 0-1. That one runs in, but Dawson able to get out of the way. Burkle would hit next if it gets to him. But David Floyd just trying to wrap it up right here. The 1-1. In there for strike 2. Nasty pitch there from David Floyd. Started inside and broke just in time to catch the inner half of the plate. Here it is, the 1-2 from Floyd. They'll just miss, and the count runs even. Floyd's 2-2. In there for strike 3, and the Owls take game 1 of this 2-game doubleheader here from West Hartford. They win it by a final of 11-4 as we get Dirty Water playing here in the background. We'll be back in just a bit on the Owls Media Network. We'll have game 2 for you as well. But a good performance by the Owls offense in game 1. They take it in convincing fashion thanks to a big 8th inning where they scored 7 runs. So we'll be back after a quick break here on the Owls Media Network. Back for game 2. Thank you for tuning in for game 1. We'll see you on the other side.
You have been watching a Keene State Athletics broadcast on the Owls Media Network. Please tune in to our next broadcast and thank you for watching.